In this video, we'll do a deep dive on the top 5 high schools, public high schools, in the DC suburb of Montgomery County, Maryland. So, if that's what you're looking for, you've come to the right place. Hi, I'm Cedric Stewart, your local DC area realtor. On this channel, all we talk about is what it's like to eat, sleep, live, play, basically everything you need to know about the DC suburb of Montgomery County, Maryland, including all the major areas like Bethesda, Silver Spring, Rockville, Gaithersburg, and more. If that's the information you want, make sure you hit that subscribe button and click the little bell. People moving and relocating here to the DC area are literally contacting us every day, and we absolutely love it. So if you're considering moving in or around the DC area soon, don't be shy. Reach out to me so I can assist you in finding your next home. The easiest way to reach out is by hitting the link in the description. This will help you complete our quick 2-minute ideal home survey. After that, we'll set up a time to chat. Before we get into this list, there are a few things I want you to know. First and foremost, as a realtor licensed in DC, Maryland, and Virginia, I don't personally rank or rate schools. However, in this video, I will provide highly detailed information about high schools and reference their respective rankings according to various school ranking information sites. Second, some of the sources we use to verify this information and stats referred to in the video include the Maryland State Department of Education, National Center for Education Statistics, U.S. Department of Education, the Civil Rights Data Collection, the Common Core data, the College Board, and Montgomery County Public Schools. All right. With that said, let's dive right into the list. Now, number 5 on the list of the top 5 public high schools in Montgomery County is Thomas Wootton High School. And it's located on Wootton Parkway in Rockville, Maryland. Thomas Wootton has been recognized as a 2-time Blue Ribbon School of Excellence. It was founded back in 1970 and is named after, get this, Thomas Sprigg Wootton, the founder of our beloved Montgomery County. Now, it should be noted that some school ranking sites have this school tied at number 5 with another school that we'll discuss later, while other sites rank it at number 3 in Montgomery County, as well as the entire state of Maryland. Now, while you are welcome to debate the ranking position in the comments of this fine institution, I think it's safe to say that we're off to a good start with this one. It's a highly ranked school, right? So the Wootton High School has a sizable population with just over 2,300 students enrolled between grades 9 through 12. And that translates into a student-to-teacher ratio of 18-1. As a public school, the per pupil spending allocation is said to be $13,812. And you'll be glad to know that Wootton High School has a graduation rate of 98%. That graduation rate is a 4-way tie in the state. It's pretty impressive. Now, speaking of graduating, the College Readiness Index ranking is number 4 in the entire state, while the Math and Reading Proficiency ranking is also number 4 in the state. So they're looking pretty good. As we know, advanced placement or AP courses are a great way to get college credit. Now, at Wootton High School, 90% of the 12th grade students took at least one AP exam, and 81% of them passed at least one of those exams. Now, both Robert Frost Middle and Cabin John Middle School feed into Thomas Wootton High. Now, if you are wondering what it costs to live in the Thomas Wootton High School district, I've got just the answer for you. At the time of this recording, you can get a 2-bedroom condo for as little as $200,000, which has all the makings of a very manageable mortgage payment. Just remember, the condo fee isn't a part of standard principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, okay? Now, if a condo doesn't quite suit your needs, then you can find some townhouses for as low as $400,000, and you know, from there, the detached homes, they sell from about $500,000 to up to about $1.1 million. Now, number 4 on our list of top 5 public high schools in Montgomery County, Maryland is Winston Churchill High School. Now, this is located on Gainsborough Road in Potomac, Maryland. And Winston Churchill High has been recognized as a National School of Excellence and a Blue Ribbon School of Excellence. Now, It was founded back in 1984 and is named after the former Prime Minister of the UK. You guessed it. According to online ranking sites, it's ranked number 4 in Montgomery County and number 4 overall in the state of Maryland. And Winston Churchill also has a sizable population of over 2,100 students enrolled between grades 9 through 12, and a student-to-teacher ratio of about 18-to-1. As a public school, per pupil spending allocation is reported to be $13,600. Churchill also has a graduation rate of 98%, which is a part of that four-way tie across the state that I mentioned earlier. Now, speaking of graduating, the College Readiness Index ranking is number 2 in the state. Really impressive. While the Math and Reading Proficiency ranking is number 6 in the state. As far as the AP courses are concerned, 92% of 12th grade students took at least one AP exam, and 84% of them passed it, or at least one of those exams. And both Herbert Hoover Middle and Cabin John Middle feed into Winston Churchill High School. All right, now the next question is, what does it cost to live in the Winston Churchill High School District? Of course, at the time of this recording, you can get a 2-bedroom condo for as little as $350,000, and if a condo doesn't do it for you, then there's a community of townhomes that's selling for the low price of $400,000, but after that, you're looking at prices from $650,000 all the way up to $15 million for detached homes, because this is Potomac after all. And number 3 on the list of the top 5 public high schools in Montgomery County is Walter Johnson High School. This is located on Rock Spring Drive in Bethesda, Maryland. Walter Johnson was established in 1956 and is named after Walter the Big Train Johnson, who was a pitcher for the Washington Senators. Bet you didn't know that. That was the name of DC's Major League Baseball team back in the early 1900s, which is now the Nationals. It should be noted that some online ranking sites have this school tied at number 3 with Winston Churchill High, and other sites have it ranked number 5 in Montgomery County and number 6 in the state of Maryland. Again, you are warmly welcome to debate these rankings in the comments. I won't stop you, but what's not up for debate is that Walter Johnson is among the top public high schools in Montgomery County, Maryland. Now, Walter Johnson has one of the largest populations on our list with over 2,800 students, almost 3,000 kids, enrolled between grades 9 through 12. However, they still managed to maintain a student-teacher ratio of around 18-to-1. And as a public school, the per pupil spending allocation is reported to be $13,409. Walter Johnson has a graduation rate of 95%, which is still really fantastic. And the College Readiness Index ranking is number 5 in the entire state of Maryland, and the Math and Reading Proficiency ranking is number 14 in the state. Now, as far as AP courses go, Walter Johnson High School had 78% of their students in the 12th grade take at least one AP exam, and 71% of them passed at least one of those exams. Both North Bethesda Middle and Tilden Middle feed into Walter Johnson High School. All right, let's talk about the housing market. The housing costs in the Walter Johnson High School District at the time of this recording, a 2-bedroom condo is coming in between $225 and $275. Not bad at all. But again, you got to pay attention to those condo fees. And if a condo isn't big enough for you, there are some detached homes available for sale, and they range from about $750,000 up to $3 million. Now let's pause for just a moment. If you've made it this far in the video, go to the comments section and tell us one thing you've learned so far. Honestly, I would love to hear your thoughts about this topic, because we spent days putting all this information together to share it with you. We always do. So as you continue to watch this video and all of our other videos, you'll see that this channel is here to provide you with valuable information. You know, as an agent born and raised in DC, I use my intimate knowledge as a local to help people relocate to the DC area. And since you've made it this far, I think it's safe to assume one of two things. One, you're thinking about moving somewhere in the DC area, or two, You're a competing agent here to take notes. Hey, I created this channel to answer as many questions as possible about the DC suburb of Montgomery County, Maryland. So if you're thinking about considering moving in or around the DC area, don't be shy. Reach out to me so I can assist you in finding your next home. The easiest way to reach out is through the link in the description to complete your ideal home questionnaire. It only takes 2 minutes. After you complete the survey, we'll set up a virtual meeting and you can ask me anything you want about the DC area. That's super easy, right? Yes. Now, let's get back to the video. Now, number 2 on the list of the top 5 private high schools in Montgomery County, Maryland is Walt Whitman High School. Now, that's located on Whittier Boulevard in Bethesda, Maryland. And Walt Whitman was founded in 1962 and is named after, you guessed it, the American poet Walt Whitman. Whitman has its own app called the Whitman app, available on Android and iOS. Yeah, it provides a convenient way to access forms, get scheduling information, phone numbers, things of that nature. So, according to online ranking sites, Whitman is tied for number 1 in the county, while other ranking sites have it ranked number 2 in Montgomery County and number 2 in the state of Maryland. Now, Walt Whitman has a pretty sizable population as well, with nearly 2,100 students enrolled between grades 9 through 12. And that translates into a student-teacher ratio of about 17-1. So this is about the average here. The public school spending allocation per pupil is said to be $14,000 and some change. And Walt Whitman is also a part of that 4-way tie I mentioned with Wooten, Churchill, and one other high school for the highest statewide graduation rate of 98%. And speaking of graduating, the College Readiness Index ranking for the school is number 3 in the whole state, while the math and reading proficiency ranking is also number 3 in the state. So they're looking pretty good. Now, as far as AP courses are concerned, Walt Whitman High has 90% of the 12th grade students take at least one AP exam, and 84% of them passed at least one of those exams. And if you're interested, Thomas Pyle Middle School feeds into Walt Whitman. And with all that said, well, you may be wondering, what it's going to cost you to move into the Walt Whitman High School district. So, we got to discuss the housing market. Well, at the time of this recording, 2-bedroom condos starting at just about $260,000. Yeah, that's still among the lowest prices in the county. But by now, I'm sure you know to pay close attention to those condo fees. I can't say it enough. What's that? Oh, a condo isn't big enough. Okay, no problem. You can take your pick from the detached homes available for sale, ranging from $689,000 all the way up to $8 million. Number 1 on our list of the top 5 private high schools in Montgomery County, Maryland is Poolesville High School. Located on West Willard Road in Poolesville, Maryland, Poolesville High is home to several magnet programs. It was also rated the most challenging high school by the Washington Post back in 2016, and the number 1 high school in Maryland by Newsweek in 2015. Now, it was founded in 1911, so it is by far the oldest school on our list. According to a few online ranking sites, Poolesville High is tied for number 1 in the county with Walt Whitman, as I mentioned earlier. But some other sites are ranking number 1 in Montgomery County and number 1 in the state of Maryland, across the board. Now, compared to other schools on our list, Poolesville High has a relatively small population with just below 1,200 students enrolled between grades 9 through 12. And that, yet and still, translates to a student-teacher ratio of 18-1. Now, as a public school, their per pupil spending allocation is about $14,100, which is also the highest on our list. Now, Poolesville High is the 4th school in the state to share that statewide tie for the highest graduation rate of 98%. Even more impressive about Poolesville, the College Readiness Index ranking is number 1 in the whole state, while the math and reading proficiency ranking is number 2 in the state. So AP courses are pretty popular here, which is clear when you consider that 92% of the 12th graders took at least one AP exam and 85% of them passed at least one of those exams. And if you are interested, John Poole Middle feeds into Poolesville High. And I think you should know that Poolesville is a bit farther out than the other schools on our list, in terms of the area, but it's just as lovely in Poolesville. So if you want to live in the Poolesville School District, you may just find yourself a home for much less than the other areas on our list. And while condos aren't really prominent in the area, you can find a home starting around $450, and there's some really nice new construction that I know of over there with prices that are starting from about $700,000 and they go up to about $1 million. So those are the top 5 public high schools in Montgomery County, Maryland. But wait, there's more. There is one additional school I'd like to bring to your attention. Now, since this school is tied for 5th on some of the ranking sites, I thought it was only proper to include this as an honorable mention, if you will. So without further ado, here's one more top public high school in Montgomery County, Maryland. Bethesda Chevy Chase High School was founded in 1926 and is located on busy East-West Highway in Bethesda, Maryland. And this is an international baccalaureate world school, and as such they offer the IB program that provides students liberal arts, interdisciplinary education that leads to a diploma that's recognized throughout the world. They also offer an honors program and an advanced placement program. Now, as I mentioned earlier, according to some online ranking sites, Bethesda Chevy Chase High is tied at the number 5 spot for top high school in the county, while some of the other sites have it ranked at number 6 in Montgomery County and number 13 in the state of Maryland. Now, Bethesda Chevy Chase High has a population on par with most of the schools on our list at around 2,000 students enrolled between grades 9 through 12. And that translates into, yet again, student-teacher ratio of about 18:1. As a public school, the per student spending allocation is reported to be $12,900 and some change. This school has a solid graduation rate of 98.5%, and the College Readiness Ranking Index is number 9 in the state, while the Math and Reading Proficiency Ranking is number 20 in the state. As far as AP, Advanced Placement courses are concerned, Bethesda Chevy Chase High has 80% of the 12th grade students taking at least one AP exam and 67% of them passing at least one of those exams. Now, Westland Middle and Silver Creek Middle School feed into Bethesda Chevy Chase High. So far, so good? Okay, now if you're interested in moving into the Bethesda Chevy Chase High School District, let me tell you about the housing market in that school zone. At the time of this recording, you can get a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom condo from $225 to $275 because it's in the, this sounds familiar, it's in the same area as another school. Obviously pay close attention to the condo fees, and if condo doesn't do it for you, then there's detached homes ranging from $750 to $3 million. Again, same school zone as one we mentioned earlier. So there you have it, the top 6 public high schools in Montgomery County, Maryland. Thank you for taking time to watch this video and learn about the area. Please feel free to share this video with someone looking for more information on local public schools in and around the county. Also, be sure to like the video rather, and subscribe to the channel. Lastly, if you're thinking about moving to Montgomery County, Maryland, or the DC area in general and have any questions, make sure you reach out, because honestly, we'd love to hear from you. All you got to do is just hit the link in the description to complete our easy, quick 2-minute ideal home survey. After that, we'll set up a time to chat and you can ask me anything you want about the DC area. Until then, be safe and take care.